Welcome to Awenda Provincial Park. Stick around as I'll show you exactly why you should visit this park next.
Awenda Provincial Park is a nature lover's paradise, nestled on the sparkling shores of the Georgian Bay, just a short 2-hour drive north of Toronto.
Here's the park store, here's the check-in. Now there is not a lot of room to line up, specifically the trailer, so we're kind of parked illegally, I guess. What can you do? There's just not a lot of room here. This is the park map, so we're right here now and we have to go to Wolf, but before we do we have to get water and dump. So this is the dump spot. There's 2 lanes, so there's 1 lane, 2 lane, and the water fill up is right there, and there's 2 lanes as well. So plus, the important thing is there is a drive around, so if you just need water, you don't have to wait for people to dump. Awenda is the first park where I've ever seen instructions on how to dump, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing that they needed to put a sign up. So this is the water fill. It's a non-threaded hose. There's 1 lane on each side, and there's another post here. So this is our side. It's side 244. It's a big spacious site. It has a bit of a driveway, but as a result we use well over 100 feet of extension cords. So although it's a great site, definitely bring extension cords. The other thing is it is right next to the path here for where you can go to the comfort station and playground. So privacy wise maybe not the best, but over there in the distance is the comfort station and playgrounds. So one thing about Awenda is, specifically if you want to go to the beach area, it's a long walk. I think it's like a 7-kilometer walk. And if you take your bikes, it's a very, very steep hill. Now, going to the beach is no problem because it's all downhill, but going back up probably ideal for another swim. We find ourselves driving a lot in this park, where in most parks we don't. The self-service here, but at least Kudo, Telus, Bell, it's very, very spotty. You get some service, you know, hints of service at the beach and hints of service at Kettle Lake, but that's about it. So if you're planning on working from your campgrounds, probably not the park for you.
Awenda Provincial Park offers 6 campgrounds. All are equipped with comfort stations for visitors. Wolf has all electric sites. Hog offers select sites that are electrical. Turtle is non-electric. Deer is radio free and non-electric. Bear is radio free and non-electric. Snake is non-electric and is radio and pet free. Laundry facilities are available on Hog, Bear and Turtle. There's a total of 7 hiking trails in the park, totaling 21.5 kilometers. 3 of them are accessible by bike. There are 4 beaches in total at Awenda Provincial Park and a dog beach. Let's go check it out.
So this is just one of the parking lots. There is lots, I think it goes all the way up to I or J. So there's definitely lots and lots of parking here at the beaches. Now this parking itself is between beach number 1 and beach number 2. For the best beach experience, I would suggest to go to beach number 3 or beach number 4. Now in each parking lot there are some little trails to the beach, and there is signage everywhere to not get lost. So this is beach number 1. This is also the closest beach to the parking lot. So if you don't want to walk far, beach 1 is probably the best bet for you. If you want to take your dog to the beach, beach number 2 is the only beach that is allowed to have dogs. Now there's garbage by each entrance of the beach, so there's really no excuse to litter. I mean, you shouldn't litter anyway. So you can see the signage. So beach number 1, which is where we just came from, beach number 2, 3 and 4 to the left. So they're all these changing rooms by every beach. So this is the one by beach number 2 where you can change.
When you're on the beach trail, definitely keep an eye out for snakes.
over to the right is beach number 3. Over to the left is beach number 4. So let's go check out beach number 3 first. So there is a bike rack there as well. So if you want to bring your bike, you can certainly do so. So this is beach number 3. As you can see, it's quite sandy, quite nice. So this is beach number 4. The water is super clear. Get a nice view over the bluff there. And on beach number 4 you have all these little pockets where people set up and swim. Now the other nice thing about this beach is you can see all the rocks in the water. Specifically as you go a little bit deeper, you can climb on them and you can jump off. So this is our favorite beach, beach number 4. The water is so clear here, it's really amazing for swimming. I'm pretty deep now, but you can still clearly see my feet, that's how clear it is. There is a food place about 5 minutes from the park. It's just your typical fries, burgers, hot dogs, that sort of stuff, but let's go check it out. So here's our burger. I believe it's the Bentang burger. It has bacon, cheese, and some pickles on the top. I have to say the burger is very, very good, so I would definitely recommend the burger. So we're going to kayak. Even though you can paddle, of course, on the Georgian Bay itself, it is pretty choppy. So there is Kettle's Lake here at Awenda. There's really 2 places where you can start your journey and park. One is Kettle's Point, the other one is Brabant Point, which is where we are now. The reason why we went to this one and not the other one is we found that even though you do have to drag your kayaks to the lake, this is shorter than the other part. So that's why we're launching here. So that's Kettle Lake. As you can see, very nice calm lake to explore. Lots of little swampy, marshy areas to explore. Saw 3 turtles, 1 blue heron. So yeah, definitely recommend it if you're at Awenda. If you're looking for a nice short trail, definitely recommend the Beaver Pond. It's right by the entrance of beach number 2. It's mostly, if not almost all of it, is boardwalk. It's only a 700-meter trail, so it should take you 10 minutes or less. On this trail you cannot bring dogs and you cannot bring your bikes. So Awenda is a park where on some trails you can bring your bike as well. This is just not one of them. So we now made it to the end of the bluff part. So this part here is where you can overlook the bluff. You can see here, so next is to Kettle's Lake, then back through the campground, back to Wolf. So let's go. The bluff trail takes you along most of the park. Overall it's a pretty nice bike ride. It's a walking trail as well, but definitely recommend it as a bike trail, as it's about 10 kilometers long, and for a hiking trail there's just not too much to see. So when you go to Awenda, bring your bike if you can, just because it's so much easier to explore the whole park. Between the campgrounds you have connecting trails like this, so exploring by bike is much quicker than by car.
Moments later.
So here's a pro tip, even if you only book electrical sites, we are at Awenda now, it's the Labor Day weekend and the power's out. So if you don't have solar, now you have to make the decision, do we go home because the battery will only last so long, because typically the stock battery that comes with trailers are just not the best quality batteries. Or, and here's the pro tip, you get a little solar panel or more, so you don't have to end your trip.
346 minutes later.
So we got power again.
Nice.
So we're at the Trail and Activity Center. I'm not quite sure what is going on here. I mean, other than in the winter, I think it's great for cross-country skiing. So I think this is mainly set up for the winter, so people don't have to go to the main park, because as you can see, even the signage here says about skier safety, and it shows the winter and summer trails here. So yeah, in the winter, this is kind of the only spot you can go to do your trails, cross-country skiing or snowshoeing. Now the other neat thing here is there is, by the looks of it, a bike repair station. So if you need to repair your bike, there's some tools right there. There's an air pump. So you can repair your bike, which is pretty cool. Now the first part of the trail is all uphill and it's pretty steep. Definitely not accessible for wheelchairs, strollers and anything else with wheels. Here's it. Itself, as you can see, there are numbers everywhere. The nice thing is you do get a nice trail guide as well. So if you want to learn more about the history of the park, definitely recommend this trail to learn about the homesteads, the farming they did, the Christmas trees. So yeah, it's just a nice little trail. So I think this was a lookout, and it probably was a long time ago, but has overgrown since. But between the trees you can kind of see the Georgian Bay. So we made it to the trailhead. So this is Awenda Trail. So we are here now. So we're just gonna walk all the way around back to the parking lot. This is the trail guide, which is nice because again you can just learn about the area and the different sites on the trail here. So this is the turtle conservation program. Awenda trail is a relatively shorter trail. It's about 3 kilometers. It's really not that hard of a hike. The trail itself is pretty smooth, not a lot of roots and rocks. It's a nice little hike. You don't see the lake too much. I mean, of course, there's the little bridge that we just went over, but other than that, it's mainly just a forest setting. This is Kettle's Landing. You can launch your kayaks, canoes, stand-up paddleboards here.
We love Awenda. Awenda is a great park. The beaches are amazing, specifically beach number 4. It's very sandy, very clear, very calm compared to the other beach. Not that there's anything wrong with the other beaches. We love beach number 4. Beach number 2 is also dog beach. So if you do want to take your dog to the beach, you know what? Beach number 2 is for you. There are several trails to explore. Definitely suggest to bring your bike if you like to explore, even from the campgrounds to the beach. It's about a 5 to 7 kilometer drive. Go visit Kettle's Lake. It's great for paddling. There's a dedicated canoe and kayak and stand-up paddleboard launch, although there is one over there as well at Brabant Point. The sites here are private. Midland is about 15 kilometers away. There's a Walmart, a Canadian Tire, grocery stores, so if you need some supplies, it's not too far. Overall, we really like it here. There's lots of trails, just lots to do. Beaches are amazing. And in addition to that, if you're looking for another park that we love, you know, why don't you go check out Bonnechere in this video here.